Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 6. In Module 6, you will submit your second essay, the argument essay. This is the one you've been working on for the past 2 modules, so by now you should have a good draft going of your essay, and now you can start revising it in order to create a final draft that you will turn in for a grade. So throughout this week, you want to make sure that you are going over your essay, giving yourself time to proofread and edit. We are not doing a peer edit with this one, so make sure that you do go over your own work, read through your own writing, read it out loud if you need to, print it out and read a paper copy is another good idea so that you can catch your own errors and those won't be deducted points from the final draft. So let me just show you what we're working with here. I've got a couple of things in this unit to help you out. I put another grammar mini lesson here. This is about second person. If you've ever had a comment on an essay about using second person pronouns or avoiding second person pronouns, this is a good overview of it. Basically, it can cause confusion for your reader. It's too conversational. And then there's also some other issues. It can be kind of accusatory and that kind of thing. So I've got the pronoun chart here to show you which ones are second person. Those are the yous, the yours, and the yourselves. I've got a link here. There's some examples of revising second person. It also includes some first person as well. If you've been told by an instructor not to use first person, there's some ways to eliminate that. And then here, this is probably the best resource I can give any student on second person. Our textbooks don't really have good sections that explain this issue, and so this YouTube video right here I use in all of my classes. It's a great resource. She goes over, it's from a writing lab, and she goes over exactly what the problem is and exactly how to fix it. So if you notice that you use those yous excessively, definitely make sure that you watch this video so that you can catch that in your own writing. So that's the grammar part of this module, and then I've got the other stuff for this essay here. The criteria sheet is linked again, as well as a new resource for writing the argument essay. This is a YouTube video that I've created where I just explain step by step how to create the essay. So if you've already started drafting your essay, you may be further along in the video than other students if you're kind of back working on an outline or just working with your thesis. Make sure that you do go back and look, if you haven't already gone back to look at that pre-writing journal, because my comments will be there. And so you can kind of see how you're doing there. I also have a link to academic support that you probably are familiar with the Writing Center. If you are on or near the Iola campus, that we have tutors. Bruce Symes is there, as well as some tutors who are physically in the library in Iola. And then we also have the online writing lab with the form that you can fill out. They do need 48 business hours to respond. So make sure that if you're going to send it in and you want feedback before you have to turn the essay in on Sunday, you have to submit to the writing lab by like Wednesday. And this is not a terribly long essay, but if enough students are submitting at that time, they do need at least 2 days to respond to you. I've got some sample essays here. These are slightly different topic than what your assignment is. It's more, they're all about the purpose of college as opposed to the worth of college, but similar idea, and they are arguments, so you can kind of see what they look like. They aren't, of course, perfect. They are student work, so just kind of keep that in mind. Don't forget to double check against the criteria sheet. The grading rubric is in here to show you what you'll be graded on. Notice that there is a whole section on research and documentation, making sure that you have met this number of sources that you need. You're using at least one source from the textbook and that kind of thing. So double check the criteria sheet, make sure that you have the MLA format, go back and look. By that point, by the time you turn this in, your critical thinking essay should be graded, and you want to look through that and see, make sure that you're not making any similar mistakes on the argument essay. And so just kind of look at all your resources, make sure they're going through everything before you submit, and then click Start Assignment and submit your file. So that is the module. We're just turning in the one assignment here, but you should take some of the week to really go over a draft of your essay. As we go through the semester, the assignments will get harder, but the expectation is also increased that you will be improving your writing as we go. So that's really what I'm looking for, is are you learning from the past mistakes that you've been making, and making sure that you're using your resources and using the other assignments to help you out. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.